This is my vintage Porter cable pocket hole machine, and I'm trading it in for a $150 plastic Kreg jig. So I'm not getting rid of the Porter cable. Not a chance. If you know about those machines, you wouldn't get rid of it either. But I want to tell you why I ended up with this Kreg jig. So this is a pretty cool little jig. You know, over the years, I've used a couple different Kreg jigs on job sites and in the shop. And I ended up buying this the other day. I got it from Lowe's. This is the Pro 720, I believe it's called, and it's this modular sort of kit that has a self-adjusting, self-clamping feature to it. So it works really well. We had to do some panels on site. So we were installing a kitchen. The appliance guy wanted some panels between a couple appliances, so we cut them in the shop. We fit them on site, and then we were able to drill the pocket holes and attach it to the floor, as well as the back of the adjacent cabinets. So it worked out great. It's something that I really have needed to add to the van for installs, and I finally had the right opportunity to do it, so I did. So it comes with these little boxes that fold out as wings, so we have a full support here, and actually a little like stop. And inside the boxes we have some accessories. So we have a clamp here. This goes into this little dovetail, and you can clamp it to the table. We actually have a stop block. So it comes with this little block. These go together like this, and you can tighten it down so you can get repeatable pocket holes. Let's say you're doing 10 of these. You can butt it in there, clamp it down. We also have on this side this, which is just a single pocket hole. So I was initially going to buy sort of like a more simple version of the Kreg jig and one of these. These are great on site. Sometimes you have a really big piece that you need to put a pocket hole in. Let's say you had a whole 4x8 sheet of plywood. Well, this can just hook on the end and you can drill a pocket hole. There's no way you're ever going to get this. You're not going to get a full sheet of plywood into this. So we could just clamp this down. It has a little bit of anti-skid material. You can actually even hold it and drill a hole. Maybe we'll try that out and show you. It has some different stops here. So for 3/4 material, you just press this down and move it. It'll lock in 1.5 1/2 inch material. So it's super handy. So it comes with this. It comes with dust collection, which is great for on-site. So you can either slide this in this side or this side. And it did come with an adapter for a full-size shop vac hose. That's floating around here somewhere. We use smaller vacuums on site. And in the back here, it comes with all this stuff. So you have your drill bit. You have your little tool for setting the length. So you have your hex keys there and a couple of drivers. And it also came with 2 boxes of screws, I think 2.5 and 1.25 or 1.5. But let's show you how it works. It's pretty simple. So we have some 3/4 material here. Let's say we want to join these together. We're building a little frame. This could be a door. So we take our piece. You have 3 holes here. So you could do 2, you could do 2, or you could just pick one and do 1. So let's do 2 spaced out. It's handy that it has 3 holes. So these 2 would be great for like 1.5 material if you're building face frames. And this is good for something wider. I think these are 3 or 3.5 inches, so we have some good spacing there. You have this graduation, so if you wanted to do, a lot of pieces, you could, drill one there, move this down 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, and so on. So it's always nice to have that graduation. You can stick it in here. We could clamp it down with that supplied clamp if we wanted, but we'll keep it here for you guys to see. Have our drill bit. You could see there's a little window here that says 3/4, so it's set for 3/4 material. If we wanted to change that, we could take our Allen key, loosen this set screw, and we could move that to 1.5 material, 1/2 inch material, so on. So that's handy. You don't have to figure that out on your own. They have it set right here on the bit. So we tighten that down. Right. At this point, we could hook up dust collection if we wanted to. The auto adjust on the thickness is really nice. So if you're working with a lot of different types of material, you know, this is going to really speed things up. I had one in the past that had a little manual adjustment and a lever that just pushed this plunger forward. And if you're dealing with like solid wood, you'll have some variation in thickness, and you get one that clamps tight, one that clamps too tight. So this is nice that it automatically adjusts super fast. You know, you're in to drill and release it, flip it over, drill a couple more holes. Can run a couple of these boards together. Have a couple 1.25" pocket screws here, our 2 boards. Now this doesn't come with a clamp to hold your things down while you're screwing them together, but I just happen to have a Kreg clamp here. This is one of their auto adjusting clamps. So get our pieces together, clamp that down, using a long number 2, which they actually provide here in the back of the unit. So there we have it. Nice pocket hole joint. This could be, you know, casing for around the windows on the outside of your house or the inside of your house. I mean, pocket screws are great. They're great if you're just getting into woodworking, and as a professional, we use pocket screws, you know, all the time. Every week, we're cutting pocket holes and using them to join things together. So we could show you how we would join the edges of something large using this little jig here. So we have just a scrap of plywood. You could imagine this is like a whole sheet. And let's say we want to join this to it. I want to join these together like that. So we could take our jig. We have it set to 3/4. We just hook this on the edge like that. And we're going to drill our hole. I'm going to turn it around because I'm right-handed. Can put a couple holes in here. Let's try it without clamping it first. Okay, that's not going to work. So put it here. Clamp it down. So you could do that on, you know, any size board you have. Doesn't have to be small enough to fit into the actual pocket hole jig. This is actually the kind of jig that I started out with, a predecessor to this particular jig. It wasn't adjustable. You had to actually set it back off the edge if you were doing thicker material. So we've got our 3 pocket holes. Grab some screws and we can attach these 2 together. Before I screw this together, I just noticed these little tabs on this jig here. And then on this side, we have these little recesses. So it looks like you can purchase additional jigs and snap them together so you can get multiple holes, which is super handy. You know, there might be an instance where you want 4 of these holes right next to each other. So you can just snap them together. But I have some screws here again. Put these together, clamp them down. Pop a couple screws in. Nice thing about pocket holes is they will actually pull together, so if we're not clamped over here, it's not a big deal. So this is basically how we used it on site. We had some panels that were 34.5 by, say, 24 7/8 deep, and we pocket screwed them down into the floor and into the back, the other back side of the island. for an appliance panel. So got a nice strong joint here and pretty flush for not clamping it down here. So the cool thing about this is when you're all done, you can just pack everything back away into these boxes. So in here we have our dust collection and our little jig. We have our clamp. We can put the Allen key back here, a little stop block. Take out our drill bit. Fold up the sides. Have little latches right here. And now we stick this in the van, and it's out of the way until the next time. You know, all of these little doodads are just asking to be lost. So it's nice that it goes into this compact sort of kit, and when we need it, we just pull it out. We have the support. That's a huge thing for me, is having this support. You know, we can take a piece like this and stick it in there, and it just sits there. So if it was just this tiny little base, the piece would be teeter-tottering all over the place. Makes it difficult to work with. Then you're trying to cut blocks on site to hold up your work, and this just makes it a lot easier. Having the slot back here for the clamp, so you can clamp it right to the work table. Again, you're not having to figure out how to hold this thing down. It's all built in. So I'd say it's a really nice unit. It was about 150 bucks, so it's definitely not cheap. But I was looking for a pocket hole jig as well as the single pocket hole jig. So I got both for, you know, I think a good price if it's for both jigs. And you know, the fact that it's in this compact form factor is nice. So I'm happy with it. So even professional cabinet makers, you know, we buy Kreg jigs, and we'll be using this on site. And I'm sure there's times where we'll pull this into the shop. You know, we have that Porter cable, but again, a 4x8 of plywood, it's a lot to lug that up onto the machine and cut those pocket holes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about this pocket hole jig, or there's anything else that you'd like to see, be sure to leave a comment, and we'll talk to you next week.